Sanford Stadium in Athens. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So Clemson's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
Georgia going up tempo.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, has really proven to be a great back.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Here's a give to Frazier. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Right back to the well. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Got the quick pass. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking for space. It's Frazier. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Dogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He might want another play. Run in the red zone, it's Frazier. Maybe some room here. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Nate Frazier. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Frazier. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Georgia!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And he's brought down after a nice game. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but this guy's going to be able to catch the football, and he makes plays like this. Now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Fakes the grab on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Yeah, sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage, and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
Moving out to the right. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Making side adjustments here. On first down, Nate Frazier. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Fires to the big fella. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. handoff for Frazier. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now on the counter. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Johnson. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the red zone, it's Johnson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. He's got 99 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Here's a give to Frazier. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Tigers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. The run inside. It's Johnson. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it's caught inside the 25. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Running inside, it's Johnson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. To the air on 2nd down. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield very late in the half. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Fires one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Tar Heels coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried. There he goes! The 20! Touchdown Bulldog! They take the lead with the 6.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stadium in Athens. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Bulldogs kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. First carry of the season. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, the good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room.
There's a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game the offense was really going to try and set the tone by being physical and running the football. And here we are, first drive, third down. They're able to get it by a lot. That is good news if you're this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Rushes on him. Buried before he could blink.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goalable situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Oh, he's got some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Handoff for Frazier. Could be an alley. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes a connection. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Frazier. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Might be changing the route. Running the red zone. It's Frazier. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The run inside. It's Johnson. Makes it past the marker. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming, and then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one. And that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Dumps it to the back. Got a man, it's Frazier. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. Handoff for Frazier. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Frazier. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Dogs want to crank the tempo. Trying to run, it's Frazier. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2.
67 Joker! Rain, 67 Joker! Spear, high spear! Right on the end!
Snapped it in the shotgun. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Running inside. It's Johnson. Knocked down in the backfield. And boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. Using his legs to buy some time. The sure hands, it's Moore. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
He's brought down at the 25-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
And the Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. On the run, it's Davidson. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Lets it go. Got his man to the left. Turning it on. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense.
He'll take a shot. Makes the catch. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. DB's right up on the receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Hauls it in. On the move at the 30. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Throws to the tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The run inside. It's Davidson. Bringing it back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Stockton. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Just going to keep it after the snap. Breaks into the open. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, But we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And they did tack on the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 17 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Sooners with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
That one bounds through.